I struggled to figure it out how to achieve my first handstand push-up. How long did it take and what I have to take in consideration in order to achieve that goal. In under 10 minutes I'll reveal everything that helped me to solve that quest. But of course, I want you to have full trust in what I'm about to share. Let me show you my progression so you can see firsthand that I walked the path to mastering handstand push-ups. Stop. Probably most of you are looking forward for some specific exercises and I'll provide them, but that is the most valuable part that I want to share with you. Let's imagine that you want to buy yourself a house, but your wallet is kinda empty. However, you are ready to achieve this one somehow, which usually means debt. And that brings that feeling of being unsatisfied because the house isn't yours until you gonna pay your last loan. In my personal opinion, much better to establish a strong source of income, passive or active, that's gonna increase your common wealth and that will allow you easily to afford yourself a house. The same thing with calisthenics. Instead of trying to somehow achieve a specific goal, you have to shift your priority toward increasing your common physical stats that will simplify the process of achieving something like handstand push-up 90-degree or two hands muscle up. My recent video unfortunately received a little bit of unpleasant reaction. In a little bit more than 1 month, I came from barely 4 pull-ups to 7 muscle-ups in a row with no direct training. And that is just the evidence that my formula works. Why? Because I did a lot of push-ups, pull-ups, abs routine, push-up on bars, and handstand hold. Of course, in that case, these elements will not require you a lot of time to achieve them. It's easy. If you want fast results with no lack of quality, it isn't enough only to work hard. You have to bring that moment of self-reflection to analyze your results, your weaknesses, your strength points, because we all are different and we have to take in consideration these specific variables in order to boost our progression. If you work hard for a long time with no achievements, probably you do something wrong. And that was my main message. First of all, squeeze your brain and then squeeze your muscles. And in that case, you will skyrocket your progression. Again, in the second half of this video, I'm gonna provide exercises and the practical part, but believe me, structure in your head gonna bring the most prosperous result that even you probably didn't expect. And that the value that I want to share with you, this is something from my personal experience that I sincerely hope gonna contribute to your common growth. Thank you. Now let's jump into our practice. Of course, everything begins with preparation. In my case, I start with a short yoga flow to warm up my body, followed by a few wrist movements. One of my favorite, and believe me it's not as easy as it looks at first glance, is the open-close wrist movement toward yourself. Then I stretch them a bit. After that, I incorporate a few movement patterns on the floor, and what I believe complete the warm-up is strengthening with dumbbells. For my shoulders, I keep it moderate. I do some overflexor exercises. You can place your hands on a table, bar or bed and gently push your chest forward, feeling your shoulders moving closer together. Another effective exercise for mobility and flexibility is the shoulder extension stretch. A common mistake is having your pelvis behind. To properly stretch, you need to move your pelvis forward. This sums up my warm-up routine and I am now ready to start my workout. Handstand push-ups are a great illustration of the motion of life. It's easy to fall, but it requires a lot of strength and dedication to move up again. That's why you need to implement explosive movements. This means you have to shift from your usual 50-50 pace to 70-30. Think of doing push-ups. You go down slowly and an explosive move up. It's similar to the pace that you will have at the beginning of handstand push-ups. Let me provide a few examples of how you can easily implement this rule in your basic training sessions. Also, that will contribute to your muscle memory development. When you bring a diverse approach to your workout, you start activating even passive muscle groups alongside active ones. This information will lead to much faster and more confident quality results compared to an approach where only one group of muscles is used. Another benefit is that you'll increase the level of cooperation in between of them. A significant mistake you can make is relying solely on your strength. Have you noticed that you don't descend in a straight line? You need to move your torso forward while keeping your legs behind, ensuring proper body weight distribution. Think of it as a balanced scale. The central pillars support the entire weight with something in front and something behind. Imbalance on one side will result in a fall. Neglecting this aspect can hinder your progress, as is the key to advancement. Also, that will save your energy that you can reinvest in subsequent rounds. So in conclusion, depending solely on muscle power can be a long path, but mixing with body weight allocation will definitely elevate your progress. That advice I took from Gio, who definitely know his stuff. It's pretty obvious that the hardest part is moving yourself up. That's why you need a press handstand. I still have to polish the shape, but I got it pretty quickly. But if you struggle with that movement, a simplified variation that I can recommend, and I honestly enjoy doing this one too, is starting from crown pose, moving up, and then slowly going down. You can repeat this a few times, take a pause, and do it again. It's not the key to a handstand push-up, but it definitely will contribute to your press handstand, and how I said before, diverse workouts enhance your muscle memory. Another small advice from my personal experience that will simplify the process is similar to previous rule. You don't have to rely solely on muscles. If you try to move your pelvis forward a bit more, you'll get this momentum when your legs pull away from the floor. Squeeze your core and you'll got it. And the last useful exercise is to hold yourself in negative phase, which you can combine with press handstand part. Do you have a program? I've mentioned this many times before and I'll say it again now. My workout is built on two essential pillars, push-ups and pull-ups. Everything else is a secondary plan. I train handstand push-ups in my spare time after I'm done with my main routine. With that pace, it took me around 3 months to achieve my first satisfying handstand push-up. But how long will it take for you to achieve a solid one? Honestly, I don't have the right answer, but I sincerely believe that these are the main key that unlocked my skill. But in case if you have troubles with the handstand hold, or even more you can do it at all, I'll recommend you to watch my guideline where I describe in details the nature of the handstand movement. It's a little bit tiring and it's a little bit uncomfortable to talk in that position, but how you can see, it's not so hard. Up.